Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I've been better. Thank you for seeing me.
Of course.
Give me a choice.
We can certainly move forward. I'm just about done with the complaint. The only difference is the dates from the 18th to the 16th, which I could file after the hearing, but it is basically completed now.
You can make an oral amendment at this
Yes.
time, and that'll be okay.
So this is Travis Toby Brown, 3A0068998. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes,
And your date of birth is July 26, 1972?
that's correct.
Earlier, we went over your right to the arraignment. Any questions about your rights that I was not able to answer?
No, sir, no questions.
Your Honor, I've gone over the charge, the maximum penalty, the mandatory minimum penalty. We'd acknowledge the complaint. Wait for more reading. We have no objection to the amendment of the date. And we would ask Cedric to plead not guilty at this time, and he will need to screen.
Plea of not guilty will enter. I do find probable cause and motion to on the amended date. And I will grant that motion to amend. What is the city's recommendation regarding release?
With the information I have, no objection to a PR with conditions of no criminal law violations, no contact with the Doubletree Hotel. The address is in the pretrial release form, and no contact with the alleged victim, Jessica C. Dominic.
Any
Please.
objection to those conditions?
No objection to those conditions, and we're asking that Mr. Hudson be released. He's indicated he will show, sorry, Mr. Brown be released. He's indicated he will show up for court, and he can abide by those other conditions.
Sir, I will release you on your promise to appear on condition that you attend all future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations, update your address with the court in DOL immediately if there are any changes. And the address that we have on file is on Long Bottom Road in Trap Hill, North Carolina. Is that still a good mailing address?
Yes, ma'am.
No contact with the Doubletree Hotel at 18740 International Boulevard in SeaTac, Washington, or with Jessica Dominic. And before the next hearing, you'll need to either screen for the public defender, and you can do that by coming to the courthouse or online, or you can hire a private attorney or be prepared to represent yourself. Sir, are you staying here in the area, or are you in North Carolina?
I was staying here, but while I live permanently in North Carolina, we were going for a cruise. That's why I was in the city.
So, I mean, are you returning to North Carolina?
Yes,
Okay, so we'll set this as a virtual hearing then.
thank you.
That is going to be on August 10th at 1:15 in the afternoon. Over Zoom. And the Zoom login information will be on the order. All right, thank you, sir. We'll see you back here in August.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless.
You too.
Yeah, so then I'm back, they're gonna have paperwork here that you're gonna This is Maradona Delva, Your Honor, Y200394229, Y210219663, Y210365009. I believe the issues for Mr. Delva are that he was seen back in January of 2022. Shortly thereafter, he picked up a charge out of Tukwila. And so the court set a hearing to address that pending violation. It's still pending, but it sounds like he's going to resolve it by way of a guilty plea. So for purposes of this hearing, he is admitting that that is a violation. He also missed court, which would be the other issue, but he's hoping to take care of this now.
It shows as awaiting sentencing, so I believe he's already pled guilty.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm just looking through the docket. Yeah, he pled guilty today. I think it may have happened just this morning. So I find the violation of the new criminal law violation. What is the city's recommendation?
Certainly, and my memory, I'm just trying to double check my memory, but I think it was only, the new law violation only applied potentially to the malicious mischief charge from December. I think there was a sanction previously imposed of 10 days. I think that was the hearing that Mr. Ionati was referring to. That did not apply to the Tukwila case, which was filed after that date. So I believe it, obviously the failure to report to probation is all of the review matters, but I believe the new law violation only applies to the Y200399429. I believe that there was a sanction of 10 days imposed in that case for subsequent law violations at the last hearing before this court, and so it asked for the same sanction this time as well.
Wait, I'm confused. So why do you think it doesn't apply to the others?
Because I believe, maybe I'm just confused myself. Hold on. Weren't those cases sentenced? The one of them at least was sentenced. Yes, one of them at least was sentenced January 25th of 2022, which would have been after the date the alleged violation in Tukwila. And keep in mind that the Tukwila charge wasn't filed until 2023. And so my memory of looking at this, and I'm trying to double check that in real time here, but at least one of these review matters had a sentence date of after the alleged data violation in Tukwila. So I think that would only apply, again, going from memory, I think that only would apply and be a violation of the first charge in time, because at least one of the other subsequent ones was sentenced January 25th, which would have been after the alleged data violation in Tukwila.
So,
confirm that on at least the criminal trespass charge here. I'm looking at the reckless, or the second malicious mischief charge now.
429 was sentenced on September 8th, 21.
I think it was 509 was the one that was the only one that got sentenced on January 25th.
Yeah, so two of them then, I was wrong.
Okay. What is the defense recommendation?
I think for hoping the court considers a credit for time served. He's had no new law violations since that time, which is good. So he's now been a year and a half. He's got 5 days in on this case now. He's indicated that he is working now. He's made some changes, so that he's hoping that this is the end of his contact with the courts.
Had this case been filed timely, it would have been dealt with at the last round of sanctions. I believe. I mean it's the fact that we're addressing this now is because they filed it so late, not because it's a new crime, in the sense that since the last hearing, there have been no new crimes. And for that reason, I'm going to follow the defense recommendation of 5 days with 5 days credit for time served. And then on the trespass is the one where it doesn't apply. So it'll be 0 and 0. Oh, I know, I'll just do it for the failing to report to probation.
Yes. Garner still here? Garner? Garner went back.
I'm